Good evening. We've been in executive session. Do we have a motion to reconvene? Mr. Chastain, Mr. Sweeney, second. All those in favor, raise your hand. Thank you. We are reconvened. Welcome. We're glad you're here with us tonight. This brings us now to our invocation and Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Morgan, if you will lead for us.
I appreciate that opportunity, Madam Chair. For invocation, as you guys are probably well aware, I do it a little differently. I like I have a soft spot for unsung heroes, people who typically or traditionally might not receive the recognition, not because it's someone being mean, but it's a lot of things out there to celebrate. And I find it really important to do that tonight because right now what seems to be in is disenchantment and anger and finger pointing and name calling. So I want to take this time to celebrate two people. The first such person I mentioned, I think the last time I had this opportunity, but they weren't here. The person that I want to honor is a teacher at Riverside Intermediate. Now, this young lady took it upon herself, make sure I have it right, took it upon herself to start a Boy Scout group for 72 young men at Riverside Intermediate. Now, if you know a little something about Riverside Intermediate, a lot of the children, or some of the children there, they don't have the opportunities and the means to be involved in clubs and things of that nature after school. And I just find it amazing that in addition to teaching and all that requires, that someone is willing to invest their time and energy and efforts into not only starting a Boy Scout troop at Riverside Intermediate, but also doing it during the summertime. And I would like to invite Miss Emily Wilson up front, and I hope we can give her a round of applause, and I have a token of my appreciation for her. Yeah, come on. I'm not going to bite. Thank you so much, Emily. Thank you for what you do. Thank you so much. All right, thank you. Madam Chair, one other person that I want to recognize is that's a teacher, and this is a student. This student has an amazing story. Soon to be a published author. She's a senior at Pebblebrook High School. And she has a book that will be coming out real soon, and the name of it is called One Day We'll Be Together, a book of memoirs. This young lady said what inspired her to write this book, you talking about resilience and persistence, was the death of her mother in August 2013 when she was a freshman at Pebblebrook High School. Now, a lot of people like to use pity parties for their failures and what they don't get in life. But her pseudonym is Jennifer Lynn. She decided to use that to allow her to be an honor student at Pebblebrook High School and soon to be published author. And I just thought it'd be fitting to also honor her tonight at the meeting. So, Jennifer, if you will come up, I'll have a token of my appreciation for you. Jennifer. All right. Thank you so much. We'll all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan. Now, board recognitions. Mr. Doyle, if you're, I'm sorry.
Got it.
I'm sorry, Dr. Rivera, if you'll come forward for board recognitions, please.
Actually, Madam Chair, we're going to have Donna Lowry do our board recognitions tonight. So if you can join me down front.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Lowry.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board, Superintendent Ragsdale. It gives me great pleasure to announce the team from Nickajack Elementary School who won first place for fifth grade inventor with the best overall grade 5 invention at the STEMI Coalition National Invention Convention and Entrepreneurship Expo. The winning team, titled Succulent Solution, included former Cobb student Jonathan Fairgreaves and current Griffin Middle School sixth grader Riley Davis. At this time, I'd like to invite Jonathan, Riley, Nickajack target teacher Amanda Millinor Wood, and Nickajack principal Adam Hill to join me at the front of the room to be recognized as National Invention Champions. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations.
I like that.
All right, let's get you guys right in the middle there. Everyone ready? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
You got it. All right, it gives me great pleasure to tell you that the North Cobb Harrison Navy JROTC Brain Brawl team defended their two-time national championship status. They clinched their third consecutive national championship, and to do so, the team broke a championship record. The team included former North Cobb student Tomas King, current North Cobb students Dawson Bowman and Jackson Fowler, as well as Harrison High student Andrew Kelly. At this time, I'd like to invite them to come to the front of the room. The North Cobb Harrison NJROTC Brain Brawl team, Harrison Assistant Principal Art O'Neill, North Cobb Principal Bucky Horton, team coach Commander Joel Reeves, and the Cobb County School Board would like to honor you as the NJROTC Brain Brawl Champions. See you.
Everyone, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Everybody got it? Very nice. Congratulations. Congratulations. Good job. Good job. I'm excited to announce that Walton High School won the girls' 6A tennis state championship. This is the fourth straight state championship for the Lady Raiders tennis team. So at this time, I'd like to invite the Walton High School girls tennis team, Coach Anthony Foti, Principal Judy McNeil, Athletic Director Dr. Chris Williams to join me at the front of the room to congratulate them as the girls tennis state champions. Congratulations. Good to see you, Judy. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Congratulations. Excellent job. Yes, thank you. Come on, we gotta take a picture.
Some of y'all scoot this way.
Is everybody over?
Got everybody?
It is a big group.
1, 2, 3. Here we go, everybody. 1, 2, 3.
Nice. Congratulations. Yeah. Go for 5. I am thrilled to reveal that the PTA of Georgia named Shallowford Falls Elementary School Principal Felicia Angel Outstanding Principal of the Year. The Georgia PTA judged principals statewide on their welcoming attitude in collaboration with parents and community, their support of student success, communication skills, and leadership skills. I would now like to ask Principal Angel to join the board up here to be recognized as the Georgia PTA Outstanding Principal of the Year. Congratulations. And next, we'd like to honor 2 Cobb County school nurses who won state awards. Kell High School school nurse Mary Tant was awarded Registered Nurse School Nurse of the Year. And Mary Ortland of Dodgen Middle School won the first Children's Healthcare Project Save Allison Ellison Award. I would like to invite Mary Ortland, Dodgen Middle School Principal Dr. Laura Lee Hill, and Nursing Supervisor Melanie Bales to join me at the front of the room to be recognized for the State Nursing Awards. Unfortunately, Mary Tant could not join us tonight. Congratulations. So welcome. Congratulations. Good to see you. That's great. Congratulations. Next, I'm excited to announce that the Georgia Department of Public Health declared the Cobb County School District as Georgia's first asthma-friendly school district. Now, in order to receive this designation, the district had to adopt the following policies: the 100% tobacco-free school policy, the school asthma policy, the no idling school bus policy, the medication policy, and the integrated pest management policy. As I call your name, please join us in the front of the room to be recognized for your contribution to the district becoming Georgia's first asthma-friendly school district. Melanie Bales, Nursing Supervisor. Consulting nurses Julie Barton, Laura Jones, Kathy Jacato, Kamari Payne, Regina Milne-Sagers, and school nurses Cynthia Scurry of Kemp Elementary School and Leslie Brown of Russell Elementary School. Come forward. Congratulations. You're back. You're back. Go on through.
Thank you for what you do, Ms. Barton. Congratulations. Thank you, Ms. Seegers. How are you?
One. All right. Congratulations. Yeah, good job. Good job. Good to see you. I would like to now recognize the Cobb County School District's Teacher of the Year district level winners. As I call your name, please remain standing. Elizabeth Dunlap, Fair Oaks Elementary School. Jackie Merica Brand, Palmer Middle School. Paulette Allard, Harrison High School. And now I'd like to invite the following people to join us in the front of the room. Fair Oaks Elementary Principal, Dr. Cindy Sweck, along with Elizabeth Dunlap. Palmer Middle School Principal, Lisa Jackson, along with Jackie Merica Brand, and Harrison High School Assistant Principal Art O'Neill, along with Paulette Allard. Come forward so we can congratulate you on your outstanding accomplishments as District Level Teachers of the Year. I'm good so far. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'll make it. All right, congratulations. Now I am delighted to announce that our high school district level winner, Paulette Allard, was named Cobb County School District Teacher of the Year. Yes, so we're bringing her back. Let me tell you a little bit about her. We know that Paulette goes out of her way to help our other teachers. She uses innovation to make learning relevant for students, and her students know she cares about their future. So I would like to invite the principal, the assistant principal, Art O'Neill, to join us up front. Oh, you already here? Okay. So that we can all congratulate her on her accomplishment as the Cobb County School District Teacher of the Year. Yes.
We'll go with that.
All righty. Congratulations. Now we are to recognize the district's Business Services Department for receiving the 2016 Annual Achievement of Excellence in Procurement Award. The Cobb County School District is one of only 10 agencies in Georgia and only 23 school districts in the United States and Canada to receive this award. As I call your name, please join me in the front of the room so you can be recognized by the board. Jill Vestal, Senior Executive Director of Business Services. David Odom, Director of Procurement Services. Barbara Bates, who is the Assistant Director. Gary Blount and Chris McSpadden, who are purchasing agents, and Judy Wolfenbarger, Senior Buyer, Dale Waldron, Procurement Specialist. Congratulations. Good on the first one. Congratulations. Make us proud. Finally, this next award makes me proud personally because I just joined this team and they are fantastic. And the award is pretty special. It's a pretty beefy award in itself. I'm pleased to announce that our communications department won 2 National School Public Relations Association awards. The department won the NASPRA Award of Excellence for a video called The Dance 2016 and also snagged an award of merit for the video called A Student, a Son, a Fallen Hero about the memorial for Marine Skip Wells. Both of these videos were produced by the amazing David Owen. At this time, I would like to invite the following members of the wonderful communications team to join the board in the front of the room. David Owen, Lee Hill, and Michelle Mizell. We have 2 others, Ravi Nareen and Kevin O'Shea, and they are assisting with the broadcast, so they were unable to join us. Oh, there they are. They waved. Come forward. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. They're awesome. They let you talk. You know about this, right? You guys know how this works, right? Congratulations. And congratulations again to everyone tonight on their achievements. This concludes our recognitions for this evening. Thank you.
All right. Thank you all. We have so much to be proud of in Cobb that it takes us a while, and we appreciate the time to recognize those that go above and beyond. Now that brings us to our public comment. Mr. Doyle, if you will allow each of our speakers 1 minute, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We have 3 speakers this evening. Our first speaker is Fred Mepstow, who will talk about after-school clubs.
Good evening, fellow citizens. My name is Fred. I'm currently a Cobb County resident. I received my public school education in Cobb County school system. I'm also the head of the Atlanta area chapter of the Satanic Temple. As you've likely heard, our organization has submitted a request to begin an after-school program at Stilla Elementary School. Earlier this month, this request was submitted to the superintendent by email and by post. However, we have not received any response. Calls to Mr. Ragsdale's office have also not been returned. And I'm here to inquire as to when we can expect a response. As established in 2001 Supreme Court ruling reached in Good News Club versus Milford Central School District, and as evidenced by the operation of an evangelical Christian Good News Club at Sill Elementary, we believe the Satanic Temple has a constitutional right to provide an after-school program as well. And as I say, I am just here this evening to inquire as to when we can expect a response to our inquiry.
Thank you. Our next speaker is, and I'm going to need some help on this, I think. I might just say Miss Iazi. And I can tell the middle name is Landrum, but I'm just not able to say the first name. But she will speak about Opportunity School Districts.
Great. My name is Aislinn Landrum Iazi, and I'm the mother of 3 Cobb County students, as well as one of the presidents of Mabry Middle School PTSA in Northeast Cobb. I am here tonight to urge you to pass a resolution opposing the Opportunity School District, now known as Amendment 1, on the general election ballot in November. We now know that the preamble to the amendment will state that it provides greater flexibility and state accountability to fix failing schools through increasing community involvement. Add that to the equally misleading language of the ballot question itself, and we are appalled at the level of deception being used to get this amendment passed. The Opportunity School District operates independently of the State Department of Education and local school boards, and it would remove control from local public schools, strip funding from local public schools, and restrict community access to public facilities, instructional materials, and school equipment. We are already not fully funded at pre-austerity cut levels, and this would take even more money away from our schools. I have brought you examples of resolutions passed by several other counties in Georgia who have stood up against this school takeover, and I urge you to follow suit and pass a resolution stating that the Cobb County Board of Education opposes OSD. Thank you.
Thank you. And the materials are making their way around in the red folders. Our final speaker, Madam Chair, is Connie Jackson, who will discuss schools and Opportunity School District.
Good evening. First, I would like to take this time to thank the school board and the superintendent for a wonderful start to the year. I have been blessed to be out in several schools, and I wanted to take a moment to tell you how amazing our schools in Cobb County are. First, I want to mention Clarksdale Elementary. I went in, and I was walking in the front doors. The front doors are painted with this incredible welcoming sign across it, big giant cardinals, and some messages about how positive the school is. And it was wonderful. I took a picture. I had to post it everywhere. Everybody knows how much I love social media. And it was just beautiful. It was such a wonderful thing to greet the students every single day. Next, I was visiting... Hold on, I have to remember. My mind isn't what it used to be. McClure Middle School. And as I walked in, we have wonderful, amazing schools in Cobb County. The unfortunate fact is, though, that 6 of our schools have made the first year of the OSD proclamation. I will be bringing back in September, the night meeting, more people, more groups, to talk to you about OSD and how damaging it would be here in Cobb, and talking to you about why it's terrible. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next, we have the approval of our agenda from the August 10th meeting. I'm sorry. We have approval of the minutes from the August 10th work session. So if there's no objection, we have a first, but if there's no objection, we'll consider those as passed. Okay, thank you. That brings us to board business, and the first item is a report from the Facilities and Technology Citizens Oversight Committee. Mr. Sweeney.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The Facilities and Technology Committee did not meet last Monday. They did not have a quorum, so there's no report to provide.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sweeney. All right, now we come to the approval of the agenda. If there are no objections, the agenda is approved. Thank you. Okay, Superintendent's report. Mr. Ragsdale.
Yes, ma'am. Madam Chair, members of the board, I'm going to ask Mr. John Adams to bring all the items requiring action following executive session.
Thank you, Mr. Superintendent, Madam Chair, members of the board. It's my pleasure to bring you the Human Resources Personnel Report for today, August 25th, 2016. The administration recommends the approval of the identified employment actions of those individuals listed on the Personnel Action Report as discussed in executive session. Specifically, we do have one principal level and higher position recommendation. We recommend that you accept the resignation of Dale Gaddis, Director of Leadership Management, to be effective September 23rd, 2016. And this concludes the personnel report.
Thank you. Okay, item number 11. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I don't have my mind on this agenda. Please excuse me. Do we have a motion to accept the personnel report?
Madam Chair, I make a recommendation to accept the superintendent's recommendation as presented.
Thank you, Mr. Sweeney. Mr. Banks seconds. All those in favor, please raise your hand. Thank you. Those are passed unanimously. All right. Next, we have board agenda items. Mr. Ragsdale.
Consent.
Thank you. All right, we do have two items that are on the consent agenda. Item number 1 is authorization of the school properties disposal, and item number 2 is recommendation to approve an easement for the Georgia Power Company at Fair Oaks Elementary. So since that was on consent, if there's no opposition, we'll consider those two passed. Thank you. All right, now we have discussion agenda item number 1.
Yes, ma'am, Madam Chair, members of the board, I'm going to ask Mr. John Adams to come and bring discussion agenda item number 1.
Good evening once again. Discussion agenda item number 1, recommendation for approval of architect appointment for the Harmony Leland Elementary School, Clay Elementary School replacement facility. Once again, in accordance with our district, our board rules for architectural and engineering services, we're recommending that you appoint an architect for this project in order to allow design work to begin. Superintendent's recommending that you appoint Cunningham, Forehand, Matthews, and Moore architects out of Atlanta, Georgia, for this project, and that you approve their appointment and authorize the superintendent to execute the contract. You see the cost of design fees listed there in accordance with our rules, estimated to be $1.5 million. At 5% of the estimated construction budget. I will note that the cost will be paid from the general funds previously committed, and that all architectural costs will be reimbursed to the general fund by SPLOST 5, and that no architectural work will commence unless and until SPLOST 5 passes. And I'm available for any questions.
Thank you. Mr. Banks.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just a point of making sure that we got everything legal. Is this agenda item in its entirety binding, not just the title, but the whole thing? Is it binding on the board?
It will be once it's approved.
Okay. The complete document, is that all the wording and everything?
I'm not sure what you mean. Obviously, there'll be a motion, and then there will be nothing that will need to happen between now and when the work commences. That will be sufficient for administration to retain the architect to design the
What I want to
facility.
make sure of is it can't be changed later on.
Well, you can never say never because the board's in charge. That would be you and your colleagues in charge of that decision.
Okay, but what we're voting on is the entire document that's presented to us. Is that correct?
Yeah, I believe you're voting on the entire in the entire document. Do you have a specific provision in mind that you're focused on?
No, I just want to make sure that, not just the title, which the title is not complete as far as what's contained within the narrative. I just want to make sure the entire specs, criteria, the special conditions are binding as far as this agenda item is concerned.
Yeah, that would be my opinion, is that all the conditions in the item form the motion that you all would be about to make.
Okay, and I think we should approve the motion anyway, but I just want to make sure we're on firm legal ground. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Any other questions? Okay, is there a motion? Mr. Morgan.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to make the motion that we approve the superintendent's recommendation for approval of architect appointment for the Harmony Leland Clay Elementary School replacement facility.
Is there a second? Mr. Scammahorn seconds. All right, any other discussion? All those in favor, please raise your hand. It passes unanimously. Thank you, Mr. Adams. We appreciate that. All right, that completes our agenda for tonight. We will end with our board comments. So we will start with Mr. Scammahorn.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And if it'll come up, I have a chart to share with everyone. I have a chart to share. Okay, okay. Well, we put it on the biggest screen we could get it on. There we go. And it's just for information and somewhat entertainment. And each of the board members have a copy, as well as a few of the senior staff. And one of the things I wanted to point out, and these this charts, the sources, Mr. Chastain, help me out. Labor and Statistics, Bureau of Labor Statistics. But the top two lines on the upper right-hand corner, textbooks since 1996 has increased 207%, along with college tuition. Now, most of us know about college tuition because if you watch the news occasionally, in fact, it's becoming a somewhat of a presidential election issue of how college students are drowning in debt and if they're going to get reimbursed or paid free. But that's not why I had it on there. I just wanted to let you all know that I believe, are doing the right thing as we transition more, not totally from textbooks, but to other learning resources to give everybody a chance to learn the way they can best learn and also save us a lot of money. But anyway, that's for your edification. More seriously, my other point is, and I'll be honest, I'm not sure if, because the numbers change so frequently, but our number this month is 3536. And it hit close to home this past month here in Georgia. And I believe it was in Bainbridge, but in South Georgia, we lost a police officer. And it was killed in the line of duty. And please remember his family and his community in your thoughts and prayers as we go about our lives. Then also right here at home, we had a Marietta police officer, thank goodness was not mortally wounded, but any bullet wound is serious. So he was wounded in the line of duty, serving us as they all do. They serve us at their peril, and they are angels that go about helping us and protecting us. As in Louisiana, they're down there with a lot of other flood relief people risking their lives. And I heard on the news today that over half of the police officers and the deputy sheriff's homes were flooded out, just like everybody else. But they were out serving the community and leaving their stuff behind to try to save. So keep the police officers in your thoughts and prayers. Shake their hand, take them to lunch, and remember, without them, we have chaos. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Mr. Sweeney.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The school district has some remarkable culinary programs, and on a periodic basis, we have some of those culinary programs come to the district office and cater a wonderful meal for the Board of Education and the members of the administration. And this evening, we had that great pleasure with Wheeler High School. And they made some remarkable food for us. It was presented by the teacher leading the culinary program there at Wheeler High School, Miss Nicole Jones. And the following students, Angela Adjay, Zaria Stovall, Dakiria Evans, Annabelle Adjay, and Ashley Dorch They did a remarkable job. The food was amazing, and I think everybody, I'm speaking for myself, but I think everybody else enjoyed the meal. And then also, just to echo the recognitions earlier this evening for the Walton Lady Raiders, 6A state champions. They did a remarkable job, and all the ladies that were up here, I think, are still on the team. So hopefully they've got another championship on the way for this coming year. So those conclude my comments, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. Banks.
Thank you, Madam Chair. A few things. I want to say, first of all, Mountain View has steel coming up out of the ground, so it's beginning to look like a building, not a big mound of dirt out front. Also want to congratulate all the students who had 100% perfect score on the ACT last year. I think there were 10 students, 5 of them were at Walton. I don't know how many Pope had. I think Pope had 1 or 2, and I don't think Leicester this time had any. But they did a fantastic job, and they represent our school and our teachers very well. Also want to say that Walton is beginning to look like a school. They're putting the brick facade on the northern part of the building, the entrance part, and there's a lot more bricks to be put on, but it's beginning to look like a school. Also want to congratulate again Felicia Angle for being the PTSA Principal of the Year for Georgia. She does a fantastic job at Shalford Falls. And last is Leicester is playing Pope High School tomorrow night at Pope. And as everybody probably knows by now, parking at Pope is at a premium because there's a lot of construction going on, so a lot of parking places have been eliminated. So get there early. There also will be shuttles from Leicester High School, and there will be shuttles from, I think, Shalford Falls and from Hightower Middle School. So if you will, go to one of those schools and shuttle into the facility at Pope High School. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Mr. Chastain.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Following on with Mr. Banks, I thought of a story from my childhood this week. When I was in the first grade, it was the first or second week of school, and Ms. Creel, my teacher, wanted to know if any of us thought that our moms would be willing to volunteer for the PTA. And I raised my hand. I said, "Oh, my mom will do it." And then I went home and told her I'd volunteered her, and she embraced it. I think I learned don't do that again, but my mom was very much involved in the PTA as I was growing up in Atlanta and then here in Cobb County. And that brings me around to yesterday. The Northeast Cobb Business Association hosted a thing called Upbeat. I can't remember what UPBEAT all stands for, but it's a special luncheon program where they invite the principals and the PTSA officials from the schools that feed into Sprayberry and Kell from around Post 4. And the local businesses have they set up displays for the people to enjoy, but also it's a way to bring the business community and the teachers and the PTSA together. What I'd like to do in this remark is encourage anyone who's listening or watching that it's the PTSA that helps support our classrooms and our students and our teachers when other things are not. And it's early in the year. It's a good time to join. And if it's not so much you need to sign up to do 5 things, it's what one thing would you be willing to volunteer to do in your school? And those are my remarks, Madam Chair.
Thank you. I would just like to commend our local school staffs, our central office staffs. We are a well-oiled machine in many ways, and it's because of the efforts of everyone combined. So I appreciate all of that. But also, I think we've had, seems like to me, an abnormal amount of crises in our midst, illnesses and things of that nature, and deaths, and that's when you really realize that we're not just a school system, we are one team and one family, and I appreciate that, and I'm glad that's a part of our school system, so thank you all. Mr. Ragsdale.
Yes, ma'am, Madam Chair, and you couldn't have preempted my comments anymore. We have had more than our fair share of family crises, and one that I will add to that, because we've recognized many of them already, but Fred Sanderson hired me into Cobb, so you can blame him, for all of my conditions. But his father passed away this past weekend. He was 91 years old and a World War II vet. So our thoughts and prayers certainly go out to Fred and his family. We recognize the District Teachers of the Year tonight. That's always one of the most exciting days that I have is during pre-planning when we go around to the 3 levels and announce the level winners at the school, and they really have no earthly idea of what's coming. And then we were able to, at a pep rally at Harrison, announce that Paulette Allard was the District Teacher of the Year, and I found out something about her while we were standing there talking that I didn't know, but she also started in corporate, or not started, but worked in corporate, and then made her way into education. But prior to that, she was actually a nurse in the U.S. Army. So certainly we appreciate her service above all, and then we appreciate the fact that she chose to come into education after working in the corporate field. Very excited about her opportunity to represent our district at the State Teacher of the Year, so we're looking forward to that. And as Mr. Banks alluded to, and not talking about Lassiter or Pope, which I can't believe that he didn't pick a side. So, as he normally does.
Both sides.
Exactly, right? Politically correct. So, academically, our ACT scores this year, for the 11th consecutive year, our district ACT scores went up. And that's not just the end of that story, because our actual number of test takers for the ACT went up significantly as well. So for the number of our test takers to go up and for our trend to continue up is just amazing. And congratulations to those students. There were 10 students representing 5 schools: Campbell High School, Kell High School, Kennesaw Mountain High School, Walton High School, and Wheeler High School. All had perfect scores on the ACT. 10 students, again, representing those 5 schools. So congratulations to those students, to those schools. And most importantly, congratulations to our teachers, because it is just a pure example of the hard work and dedication that our teachers go to try to get our students prepared for a successful future, regardless of what path they choose to embark on after they leave us. And that just shows that we're increasing the number of our students that are taking the ACT, and we're increasing our scores for a trend. So again, as I've said many times before, all of our success as a district rests solely on the shoulders of our teachers, and I just could not be more proud of our teachers and our students and our administration, because they provide the environment for our teachers to do what they do best. So I hope everyone has had a great start to the school year. I know that overall we are very excited about where we are as a district and the direction in which we're headed. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to send out gratitude to the faith community in the South Cobb area. 3 churches in particular: Gathering of Champions, where Bishop Hodges presides; Word of Faith with Pastor Chris Boyd; and Destiny World Church with Pastor Wilbur Purvis. The reason that I'm expressing my gratitude is because during Teacher Planning Week, all 3 of those churches provided lunch and breakfast for Pebblebrook High School, Bryan Elementary, and Riverside Intermediate. And I think that is just another example of how in our mind we want it to work. We want everyone to be intersectional and able to depend on each other. And I want to thank those places of worship for providing those meals for the staffs at those respective schools. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Mr. Wheeler.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Once again, I'd like to congratulate Paulette Allard again from Harrison High School, Cobb Teacher of the Year, well-deserved honor. She's a great teacher. In concluding, I'd like to congratulate Coach Jim Dorsey and McEachern High School for organizing and hosting the Corky Kell Classic again this year. I think it was the 25th year. And it's a great way to start the high school football season. They do a great job with that, and had the opportunity to watch Hillgrove play at McEachern. And it's a great way to start the year. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you all. And with that, we are concluded. Thank you.